All right, looks like we're gonna start pretty soon. Looks like we're gonna start. All right, everybody. This is DanDanTheFireman with my, just real quick, with my Yeah Boy t-shirt. Just came in. Yeah Boy on Amazon. Love it. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be going over, like we've been doing, this is number 4, the motorcycle accident after action review. Holy crap, it's a mouthful to say. That's what she said. What we're going to be going is go over motorcycle crashes. We're going to go over, what went wrong, how it happened, what we could do better as ourselves. We're going to learn from the mistakes. We're not here to make fun of anybody. We're not here to, poke fun at these incidents because these people are getting hurt, all right? So we're going to do this for about an hour. And as you noticed, right below me, let me just go ahead and switch this back to that. Notice right below me, we got super chats. The second one below, it's blank because the whole month, that's the monthly top super chatter. So the next person that super chats is automatically going to be right there. So anyways, we're going to jump into it, and we're going to go ahead and go to the screen capture over here. So we got a video already lined up. We also got something new above the chat. It says, special thanks to my senior crew. That's something we just went over during our Patreon meeting. And so far, those are the senior crew members and staff that have given me a photo. So if you want to get your photo up there during the streams and a bunch of other perks, check out patreon.com/DanDanTheFireman. We're at 307. And Cody, nice to have you here. Life Hacks, Amanda Menifee, Nicholas Dubois, RoadWrangler, Raynin, Dan Shea, Just Breathe, Miami, Anarchist, Antichrist, Jonathan Murphy. How you guys doing? Hopefully everything's going well with you guys. We're going to jump into this real quick, though. Let's go ahead and start this. And, yeah, so let's go over the first accident. Okay. So how we do things, this is a little warm-up. This is our little warm-up. Let me know if you guys... Okay, so you guys... Sounds like you can hear pretty well. All right. All right, so this is the very beginning. Very beginning. Jenny, how you doing? It's the same for you, Steven. Steven, how you doing, man? I'm getting you guys' stuff out. Should be on its way. You're going to be a member. That's all fine. As long as you share, what's going on with everybody. Let people know about these live streams. The whole point of this is to let people know that, this is what we're doing here. Okay, we're keeping people safe. All right, so the first one here, it's a little bit of a group riding. Expedition. Now, let's look for what happened, and let's look for what the motorcyclist can do. We're not here looking for what the motorist, the person in the car, did wrong. We're here to look for what we could do better as motorcyclists. Okay, so we have 80 of you guys in here. I see that we only have 2 likes. I want you guys to like these videos. I want you to like this live stream, all right? All right, here we go. Okay, so there's the moment of, oh crap, something happened. So now I said we are not talking about what the car driver did wrong. We're talking about what the motorist did wrong. So if we kind of go back a little bit, if you notice the car on the right, or the one that's causing the incident, the van, the white van, it's switching lanes. Okay, it's switching lanes, and it's switching lanes pretty slowly. When you are riding, the person in the red, the passenger in the red up ahead, the one that's going to fall down and all that stuff, once you start seeing something like that happen, when you start seeing people start moving around in the as a car, on the roadway, you need to start anticipating what could possibly happen. He's now taking your space. Okay, he actually gets right next to the other motorist, the motorcyclist, the guy in the black. So let's get a little bit further. Okay, maybe not. I think he keeps going. So this he's switching spots. Okay, so he's switching lanes. Switching lanes is very dangerous. Now, at this point, this motorcyclist should have slowed down to give himself that space cushion just in case something happens. So always kind of go with the flow on this. Okay, so following too close, did he use the front brake? He probably used the front brake and rear brake, probably locked it all up. Rear brake lock up. Yeah, Steven probably did that. Zach Wayne, Dan, I'm slowly looking into becoming a biker. I'm so glad I found your channel. So much is needed information. Thank you so much for everything you're putting out there for us new riders. Dang, I read that pretty quick. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. So what happens here is the white van gets into their lane and applies the brakes. Okay, so there's not much of a space cushion. Now, there is plenty of time for you to slow down yourself, roll off the throttle a little bit, slow down, and possibly, create a better space cushion. But since that person applied the brakes and didn't have a space cushion, the motorcyclist had to slam on the brakes. And what they're doing is they're hitting the rear brake too hard. You can see the brake lights on, possibly applying way too much front brake. At the end of the day, not enough space for the braking and stopping distance. I see there's a passenger. We talk about riding with passengers. Your acceleration and deceleration and turning are highly affected by having a passenger or added weight, a bunch of weight on your bike. So you need to really have even a bigger space cushion when it comes to that. So really focus on creating that space cushion. If somebody comes into your area, like you're next to them, they come into your area, you have to adjust your body position. You have to adjust your area that you're in the grand scheme of the road to recreate that space cushion. So let's say you're side by side with a car. So this is the car, this is you, side by side with the car. This car wants to get up in front of you. There's about, like a big distance to the next car. You're good, for ahead. They're coming up and they get in front of you now. So your space cushion is now that little bit of a spot. So now, since that car is being a turd and is not going to, increase the space to give you that space, what you need to do is you need to slow down and increase your space, okay? It sucks because that person cut you off and now you're having to create that space, but what you should be doing is really focusing on making sure you have that space cushion for braking, turning, acceleration, whatever it is, all right? Yeah, so there's just not enough time. There's not enough distance for proper braking procedures. In this situation, I would have probably swerved a little bit to the left, but, actually in this situation, I would have slowed down. As a motorcyclist, I would have slowed down and gave myself that space cushion. The person wants to take my spot, go ahead and take my spot. I'm slowing down. I don't want to crash. All right, so since he did fall, let's talk about what happens during the fall. Okay, helmet rolled off. You see the helmet right here? Was not on his head appropriately. It's either too big and it just fell off, it rolled off, because that's what happens. Or two, he didn't have the strap. Make sure you have your strap. You have it, the D-ring, clip, whatever it is, make sure you actually apply it so it doesn't roll off. It's going to roll off in a crash if you don't have it on your head. So definitely don't do that. He's not wearing gear, okay? No gloves, his hand's getting scraped. Now, I want you to see the rider, the one that's still kind of on the bike. I want you to see something really quick, is that he has no gloves. Where does his hands go? Now, this is the one thing that I talk about when it comes to motorcycle gear and why you need to have full gear, especially gloves. You put your hands out in case you're going to fall. It's just a natural reaction. Okay, you're falling, you put your hands down, right? Look what he does. See his hands? Immediately trying to protect the core of the body. It's a natural body defense mechanism. If you don't have gloves on your hands, you're going to be missing flesh, right? So somebody said comma. Oh, snap. We could go play-by-play over his ear. Thank you, Skyer, for the heads up on the Discord. He was giving me all these YouTube keyboard shortcut. Oh, what? Rogue Wolf, love your videos. I'm taking a 2-day course this weekend and watching you has made me excited to become a writer. I have learned a lot from you. Keep it up. Thank you for the super chat. You have the most recent super chat, and you are the top super chatter of the month so far. I don't think they counted the last day of April, but you are now the top super chatter. Thank you so much for the support. This live stream is going to get demonetized. So after the stream goes down, or after I stop live streaming and post it back up, it's going to get demonetized. So that right there, Rogue, you just completely negated YouTube's policy. So thank you so much. You made it to where it's possible for this video to actually make money. So if you guys would like to support the channel, there's the super chats, and there's also patreon.com/DanDanTheFireman. We are going to add more perks to Patreon, so hold on. But if you want to sign up now, please do. We're going to have some more perks for the $5 crew. We're actually going to create a $10 crew, okay? We just hit 100 people on the stream. Nice. But yeah, so that's what happens right there. So there's the different shortcuts. So I can actually go back frame by frame. So it's pretty cool. I like it. So there's a little bit of a slide. Look at the slide. He's got his hands on the ground, no gloves. He's going to be missing parts of his palm. Now, this motorcyclist that has the GoPro is doing the proper thing in getting off the freaking road to help out either a stranger or a buddy. This is what you want to do as a motorcyclist. Get off the road. Get out of the way. Don't get hit. Don't become another incident, okay? I have a friend that said I need a sticker that reads only let EMS or doctor remove the helmet after a wreck. What do you think of putting a sticker on the helmet? If you want to put it on there, Brian, go ahead. Because, you know, sometimes you might get unconscious, and if that's your wishes, that's your wishes. It's just like having a medical ID bracelet. I mean, if you're unconscious to the point where you can't tell people, hey, I'm diabetic, it's good to have. So just like that. That's how I equate that. So if you want to do that, perfectly go ahead. Just make sure it doesn't affect, like, make sure it's not like a giant sticker like you put on your visor. I don't think you would do that. Oh, nice, Dennis. Nice, Dennis. We got 102 viewers, guys. Make sure you click that like button, buzz. All right, let's watch the next one. Lane filtering. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep doing this. Let's watch the full thing, and then I'll go back. Oh, it's that's a KTM. That's an expensive bike. Oh, see his hand? Okay, we'll go over the injuries, possible injuries on this. Okay. Oh, it gives me the chills because I used to see this stuff afterwards. Like, I would be called, and like 5 minutes later, I'd show up and I'd deal with the incident where the adrenaline was going away, and they started feeling the pain. So, like, to me, I like watching this because it kind of brings back some memories when it comes to the EMS stuff. See, hey Joey, how you doing? Yeah, Dan, you might need that little life hack, dude. You go riding all the time. All right, so let's see. So lane filtering, a little bit higher speed. I'm gonna assume it's somewhere legal. Here's the thing: is that if you start doing this, guy, you have to remember it's safe for you as the rider if you do it appropriately. Okay, this is one of those things where car drivers say no to laws that are trying to be passed for lane filtering. This is the exact reason why. And as a motorcyclist, our job is to understand that car drivers will not see us in time. So if we're going super fast in between motors or in between cars, just remember it's not their fault if they're changing lanes. They're trying to change lanes in a busy traffic. They have to be aggressive in the lane change in order to make it into that spot, right? So why are we hauling ass in between cars? Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, this car driver did not see this motorcyclist. Not his fault. Not his fault. Look how fast we're going. I want you to take a quick look at where the shadows are. You notice how there's a shadow of the motorcyclist in the front? So where's the sun? Right? Where's the sun? The sun is at the motorcyclist's back. So where's the sun shining in the mirror? Where's the sun shining into that car? It's right in the eyes of the car driver that is trying to check his lane. You're not going to be seen. So right now we have a weather issue, a time of day issue. We have a speed issue. What else? What other issues do we have during this? This is what I see. Okay, this is what I see during these things. Flying Wrench, nice to have you here. Javier, thanks to have you here. Corey, nice. Thank you for no blinker. Yeah. That could possibly be it. Lane filtering is 100% legal here in New Zealand, has been for as long as I know, but motorists and cars will still close gaps to stop us from lane filtering. Now, those are just jerks. Those are jerks. Now, like something like this where it was an accident, definitely. This one's possibly an accident. He's trying to switch lanes to the right. Okay. Now, as a motorcyclist, See, this car on the right moved over for the motorcyclist. So obviously this is something that's legal in the area. They understand what's going on. So right here, there's a big gap. Look at the escape routes, right? Look at these escape routes. Look how much room on the right. Look how much room on the right. What's up, Fernando? How you doing? Exactly, Corey. There are some, they're not necessarily laws, but there are some stipulations when it comes to some of this stuff. So right here, there's a massive escape route to the right, okay? So if you're going at an appropriate speed for lane filtering, you can easily make that lane. You can easily switch over to even the shoulder. You have to realize that a lot of these shoulders, especially on the interstates, they're massive. They're enough for a car. It's another lane, okay? So realize you can go over there. So bad reaction time for the biker, exactly, Jenny, exactly. And that's because you're going too fast. Okay, so there was an impact to the left side of the biker. That's the mechanism of an injury right there. But he also fell down onto his right. Okay, so what I'm looking here is upper body extremity injuries because of the fall down. It maybe the bike took a lot of the impact from the vehicle to vehicle, so that could be the issue. Let's take a look at what he's doing. So this is a KTM. So his right leg possibly could be. Hey, Lazarus! Hey, Dan, I just bought my first bike, Kawasaki KLX 400, but the closest MSF course is 50 miles away. Any thoughts? If you're going to be taking the BRC1, I would drive. Because the BRC1, they provide the motorcycle. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Thank you so much for the super chat. The BRC1, they'll provide the motorcycles for you. That way you could just drive if you're comfortable with just driving. And if you're not comfortable with riding it, that's what I would do. The KLX 400 is an amazing bike. We actually have a KLX 250 out here at Ride Arizona MTC. That was one of my favorite bikes. I absolutely love it. But yeah, my thoughts would be to get somebody either to drive you there or to drive yourself. Now, if it's like the BRC2 where you bring your own bike, you're gonna have to bring your own bike. But if it's the BRC1, that's the basic rider course 1, they provide the bike. They should. They absolutely should. That's part of the rules, I believe. And I keep saying I believe, but I know. That's part of the rules. So right here, the injuries. He's wearing regular denim. There's no armor in the knee, so he could possibly have some knee injury. Now, take a quick look. This is what I see. You bought your first bike. Stephen Dow, congrats. Harley Davidson Iron 1200. You boy. Everyone say congrats to Steven. Everyone say congrats to Lazarus because he does have he just got his first bike. So everyone say congrats, boys. So right here, what I see is that his right hand, he puts his right hand down. It looks like he has some dexterity. It's not an obvious pain. His left hand, you see how his left hand is stuck? Now, that could possibly be a frozen shoulder injury. Now, I've been kind of going over some of these injuries in my head, figuring out what kind of injuries I should go over, but that could possibly be a frozen shoulder injury. We actually have a DDFM crew member with one. And right here, the hand could possibly have some nerve damage, okay? Could possibly have some nerve damage. See how he's like guarding it? He's not moving it so much. So that's kind of what I see when it comes to motorcycle accidents. So this one right here, this last one that we just saw, going too fast, environmental, so the sun's at his back, so that means the sun's in the eyes of the driver, and didn't appropriately execute an escape. So definitely watch out for that, okay? Just real quick, I just want to say thank you. We have 120 of you guys in here. I got myself a Yeah Boy t-shirt. It's available on Amazon. Got myself a Yeah Boy. So if you want to help support the channel, you could do that. Or swing on by patreon.com/DanDanTheFireman. Let's see if we can get 310 patrons today. Let's see if we could do that. All right? All right, here we go. Let's go to the next video. 120 of you guys. Wow. Jeez, that's insane. That is awesome. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's watch that real quick. That's hard to watch. What's up, Sam? How you doing, mate? All right, let's watch this one. Okay, looking both ways. Oh! I said look both ways. He didn't look left.
Que pariu.
Crack the visor or crack the lens.
Machucou, não vi mesmo.
Okay, we're gonna go over that one. Wow, that was a little different. So there's a lot to dissect on that one. Okay, so we're coming up to an intersection. Intersections are dangerous, guys. Intersections are absolutely dangerous. All right. Oh man, this one it's a little nuts. It's a little nutty. Intersections are absolutely dangerous. You have to look both ways, really. You really do. Now, there's a stop sign for this motorist, the motorcyclist. There's a stop sign right here. You really got to look both ways. He looked to the right, which was good. You know, you look to the right. You see how he never really stopped? See how he never really stopped? He never looked left. What's up, Rocky? GXP Revenge, how you doing? Yeah, you look left. You look both ways, okay? Let's go back. So there's never really any stopping involved. It's more of an urgent, I need to get where I need to go. Don't have that aspect when you're riding a motorcyclist. The urgent, I need to get where I need to go can cause an accident like this. Intersections, you don't play around with. Areas where traffic can come out onto the road, like a right-sided intersection, like nobody's coming out on the left side, but on the right side, there's somebody can. Definitely need to pay attention. Okay, you're always on alert. Look both ways. I do freaking crazy stuff. I'm like constantly doing this. Okay, I'm looking left, looking right, looking left, looking right, and then I'm barely going. And then when I do decide to go, I go. I don't, maybe I should go, maybe I shouldn't. Definitely want to do it. Okay, so right here, he's looking right the whole time. Okay, so at this point, he sees that there's a car way down there. He's like, oh, cool, I could definitely go. As soon as he sees that, watch his head going to turn straight. There it is. I'm going to do a quick look to the left because I hear the horn. At this point, the car is trying to make evasive maneuvers. The car is trying to not hit this motorcyclist. At this point, apply the brakes as best you can. Hope to God that this truck does not hit you. You made the mistake. It could be really worse, or it could be really bad. He's accelerating. So let's go back 5 seconds. He accelerates instead of applying the brakes. So that was not the car driver's fault. He had a stop sign. So if this happens to you and you're out there, you're going to get the ticket. The insurance company's not going to like what happened. You're going to have to. This is why you need to pay attention. On top of that, he's injured. The Mitsubishi truck, yeah.
Machucou, não vi mesmo.
Already, don't do that. Is this the same guy? It's got like the same bike. Let me go back. No, it's another yellow bike. Okay, so let's rewatch that. First of all, let's rewatch it real quick. Okay. Where's your visibility? Yeah, so where's your Control Shift T to reopen the recent clip? Oh, nice, Steven. Thank you for the tip. So where's your visibility on this? Where's your escape route? I don't see one. Visibility is terrible. Escape route, not very good. So this is a risky situation. Once again, where's your visibility and where's your escape route? Not very good. Why are all these cars stopped in the intersection? It's a green light for us. It's a green light for us. So why is everyone stopped? There's traffic, right? There's traffic. One sec. Oh, too much. So everybody stopped and there's traffic. So at this point I would be like, I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna figure out why everyone's kind of stopped. I'm gonna go through this intersection nice and easy. Oh crap, there's a gap. Anybody know the law, or like I know in Arizona the law says you can't stop in the intersection like this. So this van right here, this van in the intersection, you should not be stopped in the intersection. But once again, people are idiots. We have to work around that. My visibility is terrible right here. Terrible. I would be hovering over the brakes. He's hovering the clutch, which is great. You know, hover the clutch, but also hover the brakes. And go through this intersection nice and easy, nice and slow. You need to do that because that way you'll have enough speed, or you'll have less speed for stopping distance. Oh crap, too much. All right. So we're going through the intersection. I don't see him touching the brakes. There's the car. There's the moment he sees the car. You see his hand on the clutch lever. His hand got on the clutch lever. I'm going to start driving. Yeah, hand on the clutch lever. As soon as he sees the car, he lifts his hand up. Why does he lift his hand up? He's panicking. This is a panic. What's the point of hand on the lever and then taking it back off? At this point, he's getting his hand over the front brake. Squeeze the front brake. So is your brake? If you are an absolute beast at braking, if you could stop on a dime right now, right? If you could stop on a dime right now, you could literally just stop because you're applying the brakes. Is it going to help you? Is it going to help you right now? In this situation, let's the moment he applied the brakes. Lazarus, yeah boy. Thanks for being a patron, bruh. Thanks for being a patron. I think we're at 308 now. I think we're at 308. We're going to get there. I think it just needs to update. So at this point, he's just now applying the brakes. Do you think the brakes would help? No, it's not going to help. MSF abbreviation is Motorcycle Safety Foundation. It's a United States thing. So MSF-USA.org is the MSF. So it's a safety thing. The stay upright course. At this point, better off gunning it. At this point, possibly, but then he could also possibly get just hit it at a higher speed. He was not approaching this. Is able to say "oh f." He was approaching this at a high rate of speed in a bad situation, not anticipating a possible danger. So let's watch that again. At this point right here, I would probably slow down. Let's go back a little bit. At this point, I would slow down. I see all the traffic. I'd start slowing down. I'd start applying the brakes, honestly. I'd start applying the brakes, start slowing down. making sure that I'm in a safe, nice open spot so I have better visibility. And then about, oh, it's too much. And about right here, I definitely would be hovering the brakes. I'd definitely be hovering over the front brake and possibly the clutch if I had to. I don't care about stalling. If I apply the brakes so hard and I stop and I stall, I don't really care too much as long as I get out of the way. So he's covering the clutch. So I think he's either about to downshift or upshift or something. But right now, even if he applied the brakes at this speed at the appropriate level, he could still hit the car. That's how much stopping distance you need. That's how much stopping distance you need. Is that about right here, applying the brakes as best you possibly can at that speed, you're probably still going to get very close to the car or hit the car. So right now, you guys need to understand that's how much of a space cushion you need. You have probably right here to where the car is, that's going to come through the intersection. It's probably the space cushion you need. So applying the brakes right now would have stopped him before hitting the car. Applying the brakes when he was starting to apply the brakes, let's go ahead and watch it. He's not even covering the brakes. There's a car about to come through. Once again, our reaction is better. We can go frame by frame by frame. This is 30 frames per second, okay? So 30 of these little playbacks here and there is a second. I see the car. My hands should be already on the brakes. My hands should already be hovering and covering the brakes. Still not reaching for the brake. Now he's reaching for the brake. Fingers around the brakes. There's a squeeze right there. He squeezed the brakes. It's not going to help you. Anticipating an incident, anticipating an accident, keeping your head on a swivel, and giving yourself a space cushion is what's going to save you. Brakes are great. Brakes are great. Clutch is great. Throttle's great. Executing, evasive maneuvers, being a badass, those are all great. Those are all great. But keeping your head on a swivel and looking and anticipating for emergency incidences, emergency accidents, problems is more important. Okay? The van wasn't going fast. Motorcyclist was. He's in shock. That was a good one. That was a good one. That was a good video for us to go over. I really liked that. That was really good. It allows me to kind of go over some of the behaviors that you guys need to watch out for, okay? So here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. If you'd like to support the channel, support on Patreon. Patreon.com/DanDanTheFireman. We're at 307 patrons. It is a blast to have you guys here. We just did a Patreon meeting. We're going to have some more stuff coming up. But if you'd like to support the channel, swing on by patreon.com/DanDanTheFireman or swing up by and get yourself a Yeah Boy t-shirt. We got a Yeah Boy t-shirt on the Amazons. And, or Super Chat. Super Chat is a great way to support the channel. And we got all of our senior crew. That's a new perk that we have right up here. Right above the chat. Special thanks to the senior crew. If you become a senior crew member, it's $20 a month. You get a bunch of perks, and this is one of them. We're going to start adding. We're going to add more and more and more. All right, here we go. Let's watch this one. Brake lights. Okay, brake lights. Careful around that. I'd probably switch over to lane position. That's why. He was very cautious. That was a good example of what... Okay, now what are you doing? Oh, come on. Did you see that? Did you see that? Okay. This was like an almost barely near miss. And then he was a turd about it. Big time turd about it. Definitely don't do that, guys. Definitely don't do that. Chris Fox, boy. Thank you, Chris Fox. Heck yeah, boy. Heck yeah. Anybody see what happened? Okay, that was a little bit too much. There we go. Let's start from the beginning. All right, so this guy's riding. Okay, See all these brake lights? All the brake lights means people are obviously stopping. There's always going to be that one. Rogue Wolf. Oh, crap. Rogue Wolf. Thank you. Yes, this video is going to get demonetized. These videos do because it's talking about motorcycle accidents. Thanks, dude. I really appreciate that. You are the best. So far, you're the top super chatter of the month. I don't think anybody's going to beat you. So your name, Rogue Wolf, is going to be up there all month, boy. Thank you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it, dude. I really do. Thank you so much. Makes a huge difference. Huge difference. That's awesome, dude. I'm like super excited about that. Thank you. Made my day. So here, just like that other car when people were lane splitting, you gotta really watch out. There's a lot of cars on the right side that are stopped, and they're gonna want to get into this nice open lane, even though they're not supposed to. At least in America, the solid white line means you don't do it. You can't do it. But you gotta watch out for these people. They're gonna want to switch lanes. If they see an open lane, screw it, I'm gonna go, right? So in this position, I would definitely be in lane position 1, which is all the way to the left side to kind of give myself a better view of everything. That's kind of where I would go with that. So already, I would already be moving over. So let's see. So that way, that wouldn't be an issue. I would have seen that. Ah, dang it, I keep pushing the wrong button. I would have seen that way back here. So right, I'm going to see to the point where this van is blocking my view. So about right there, I could barely see the car in front of the white van. So I would move over to lane position 1. The reason why, Fernando, in this situation, remember, guys, lane positions are, you can move however you need to move. You can go from lane position 1 to lane position 2, back to 1. You can go from 1 to 3. You can constantly move at however the situation changes. Right here, I would be in lane position 1 because I want to have the biggest space cushion from those people off on the right. I want them to see me ahead of time, the people on the right. I don't see anybody on the left. There's no one on the left, so there's the space cushion. I have a full lane from oncoming traffic. That's why I would move over to lane position 1. Will just became a patron, boy. Thanks, Brad. Yeah, boy. Appreciate it, man. Damn, we're going to get it. So, yeah, I would definitely be over here in this lane position. That way I have a better view. So if he was in that position, he would have seen this car coming. It wouldn't have been much of a big issue when it comes to that. Yeah, and in intersections, lane position 2 has some type of oils. I really haven't. I wouldn't really worry too much. Apollo, I've seen Endgame. Don't spoil it for anybody. I don't want to kick anybody out. Honestly, that's, yeah, don't say anything. Nobody say any spoilers for Endgame, please. Please, 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 please. It's a good movie. Very good movie. So right here, he applied the brakes, he slowed down. Okay, so he applied the brakes and slowed down. There's no issue anymore, right? Don't do this. This is your fault as a motorcyclist. You should have been in a different lane position, okay? So let's see. So he gets upset. Now the car is moving. The car is moving with traffic. It's going, right? It's not a big deal, right? He's going to punch the mirror. He's going to punch the mirror. There it is. Guys, don't do this. Right now, this car, you freak the crap out of this car. This car can just turn its wheel just a little bit. Boom, knock you off the bike. You have bigger issues. Oh, don't do that. Stupid. Oh, but he's not going to get mad at this guy. He's not going to get mad at this guy. He just nodded at him. You see that? There's the nod. So he's not going to get mad at the guy that's literally standing in his lane that he could possibly hit. but he's going to get pissed off at the other person. And now he's going to lane split to get away. Don't do that. Not cool. We got 140 people in here. I want to see some likes on this video, boys. Let's see some likes on this. Having a little bit of fun on the Supermoto. Let's see what's going on. Oh, here, there's a break. Oh, that could have been so much worse. They're wearing full gear. That's good. Yeah, turn it off. Good. Got to get that rear tire out from underneath the guardrail. All right. Woo. Yeah, so guys, if you're part of the crew, do not be like the other guy and break stuff. There's no point, especially when you know it's your fault. Okay. Nice, Rocky. Thank you guys for liking the videos. I see the likes popping up. We're at 50 now. We're at 63. It's going. It's going. It's going. It's going. So right here, having a little bit of fun. I see wearing full gear. A little too fast for the turn. Oh, dang it, wrong button. I want to go frame by frame. Applying a little bit too much brake is a blind turn. You guys see the blind turn? So where's your visibility for around this turn? Yeah, all things considered, he did pretty well on this. All things considered, did really well on this. But like where? Yeah. 1 second. Anyways, it's a blind turn. You can't really do much with this. So yeah, you're racing, you're having fun, but there's a reason why. There's an issue here. You don't want to race on the street because on track you could see around these turns. A little bit of rear brake. You see the slide? See the quick slide? Let's go back just a little bit. You see how right now the handlebars are in line with the bike? How you doing, Todd? How you doing, man? I'm going to get your picture up. I got it now. Jason! Yeah, boy! I think we just hit... Did we hit 310? Did we just hit 310? Did we? 311! Oh, boys! Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Holy crap. Nice. Oh, wrong button. No. I want you guys to take a quick look at the handlebars. So when he's riding, this is what happens when you apply the brakes too hard. So when he's riding, even when you're turning, your handlebars are pretty much squared up with your bike. It's because you're using a lot of counter steering, okay? So you're using a lot of counter steering. So that's why the handlebars are lined up with the bike, okay? So definitely check that out. You know, so now watch when he applies his oh, what happened? No, I accidentally got out of it. We're gonna do something really quick. All right, so watch the handlebars. See how they're squared? They're still squared. As soon as he applies that rear brake, guess where the bike goes compared to the handlebars, which is the front tire. It starts swaying out. You start sliding that rear tire out. So watch. Boom, there it is. See how it's not anymore? It's off to the side. So that's where that rear tire is going. That's what happens when you lock up the rear tire, is that the tire is just going to keep going in the direction it was going, with or without you. So that's why you don't want to apply too much, okay? See that? Now this would be good on a course if you're doing some supermoto, you know, like crazy riding, but we're on a street. Okay? Well, if there's oncoming traffic, you just rolled right into the car. You just rolled right into the car and now you got ran over. Okay, so there's no traffic on this one. It could have been a lot worse. He could have slid and smacked his head onto that guardrail. where that wood is on a guardrail that keeps the guardrail up, he could have wrapped himself around that. I've seen that. Look at that right there. See that metal that's sticking up from the ground? Yeah. Why do you think they have just tires stacked up at on tracks? Because of that. That right there. Whoo! Oh, man. Not much on this one. He's wearing full gear. They're all wearing full gear. Just watch out on these blind turns, guys. This can happen to you. He made out very well. Good lesson. We're learning. Turn off the bike. Let's watch this one. So they're having fun. Racing around this blind turn once again. Okay, so the motorcyclist up front is what caused an issue. Okay, so let's go back. So now we get to see the perspective of the person behind, okay? Whew. Honda Shadow Phantom, nice bike. What happened? What did I miss? Tornado alert. Oh, Rocky, be safe, man. Be safe. All right. So another way, guys, to support the channel is becoming a patron. But if you want to have, so far, I mean, all I see is a couple of you. I see a couple of you, but for $5 a month, you get access to a mustache for the first month, and then you get a beard all the other months. So if you are a YouTube member out there and you haven't said anything, I want you to say something real quick to show everybody what it's like to be a YouTube member. So if you become a YouTube member, you get to have like a beard, a mustache, you get a special color next to your name on the chat, and a bunch of other cool things. So guys, check that out. But we got some more stuff coming out on Patreon. So we're going to watch this rider. They're going pretty fast. I don't know if this is kilometers an hour or not, but it says 89. Okay, but these chevrons, these yellow chevrons mean these are sharp turns. Okay, so sharp turns. So obviously the motorcyclists up front see this stuff. Another chevrons, sharp turns. Sharp turns, sharp turns. Okay, at the moment of impact, it hits the motor or hits the barrier. So too fast. Oops, damn it. Too fast, sharp turns. And he's holding his knee, so he possibly hit his knee pretty hard, wearing regular shoes. Not good. Why is it best practice to turn the bike off? I probably would, but that's the big reason behind it. Why is it best practice? So you have running motorcycle parts, and you possibly have gasoline coming out. So you definitely want to shut off the bike for that reason. You don't want it to catch fire because the engine's on and everything. You have moving materials. You got a bunch of stuff that's an issue. You definitely want to turn off the bike. You just turn it off. It's a simple, quick little key thing. It really, the big thing that comes to turning off vehicles for me when it came to cars. So like if I was at an accident, I would turn the car off to that way it doesn't accidentally pop into gear, a bunch of other things. Same thing with the airbags. It takes about 10 to 20 minutes for the airbags to remove their charge, like a capacitor. So there's a bunch of reasons why, but definitely, I mean, there's no harm in turning it off. There's definitely a little bit of harm for keeping it on. That's kind of where I'm at with that. No problem, Jason. Thank you, boy. Thank you for the help. Thank you for the support. Appreciate it, guys. I can have a digital beard too. Yeah, Todd McBride, you can have a digital beard if you join up and become a YouTube member. It's just like it's right next to the super chat, but it says join. It says get members only access to this channel, and you get access to a bunch of cool stuff. You get all these emojis too. Let's see what happens here.
You have red light.
That was simple. That was simple. Thanks, Rogue, man. I really appreciate it, dude. That's awesome. Man, we've been talking for 51 minutes, and we're barely 2.5 minutes into this video. It just goes to show how much we can learn from each individual video itself. Okay. Whoa.
Man! What you doing? What you fucking doing? Hey!
Don't get behind him. Okay, I'll shut up.
Fucking camera, you fucking play. Use your fucking eyes. Use your fucking eyes, eh?
Okay, so let's go back to that. I have no problem with them yelling at the dude. Okay, so at this point, he sees the guy. If you're gonna crash, don't lay it down. If you're gonna crash, it's because you're already in a bad situation. You need to not get into that situation. So you definitely want to get to the point where you're right here, where you saw the incident about to happen in front of you, and slow down beforehand. You don't want to actually accelerate and be like, well, I'm going to crash, so I got to lay it down. So don't get in that position in the first place. So let's go ahead and watch this real quick. So he sees it. So he accelerated prior to the car coming out. He's probably thinking the car is going to go into the first available lane. So he's accelerating. Then he slowed down. Then as soon as he saw that car get close to that yellow line, or not the yellow line, but the slash line, he's like, oh, got to apply the brakes. That was good braking. You notice how the motorcyclist wasn't sliding left and right. He applied progressive braking pressure. So that was good braking. This is where appropriate braking will save your life. But did we remember what we talked about? He saw the incident happening. It doesn't matter how well you apply the brakes if you don't see the incident happening in front of you. See how he accelerated, but then he slowed down. It's like, oh, there's something happening. As soon as he saw it, then he applied. Look how much room he has. Look how much room he has. He has a decent amount of room. But he applied it as soon as he possibly could.
What you doing? What you fucking doing?
So he flipped his lid open so he could yell, which is fine. I don't advocate you guys yelling at other motorists, but if you are going to do it, do not get behind the car. Okay? You know how easy it would be for him to say screw you and hit the reverse and now you're done? I'd get off to the right a little bit. You know what I mean? All right.
Hey!
Let's see what happens here.
Come on then, Ray. I'm in my lane. What? I'm in my lane, you donut. Fucking dickhead. Shut up, you muppet.
All right, let's go back. Let's Let's really watch the whole thing again. So he's going pretty good. We're going pretty good.
Come on then, Ray. I'm in my lane. What? I'm in my lane, you donut. Fucking dickhead. Shut up, you muppet.
That happens.
Fucking bitch.
If you're that angry while riding something, then you probably need to get something checked. I've been angry in road before, but I've never. This is just a truck making a very slow turn, and when you have that much room or you have that long of a bed, you need to take super wide turns. So at this point, just slow down, let him go. I've had to do this in my car a few times where a big semi truck is making a turn. I back up to make it to where his turn is easier. So at this one, don't argue, because honestly, what this guy could do is he could literally just turn it even sharper, and then his back end will hit you. No point in road rage. One sec, did I miss something? Okay, let's watch these dirt bikers. Now, when you're off-roading, there's a level of I'm probably gonna fall. Okay. So don't worry too much about that. It's going to happen. Okay. real quick, guys, I want to let you know that we're gonna be streaming for probably about 10 more minutes. So if you'd like to support the channel while the stream is going and you want to see your name pop up and everyone say congrats, make sure you swing on by patreon.com/DanDanTheFireman. And from now on, I'll be posting the link to the Discord. The Discord is absolutely free, okay? The Discord is absolutely free. We can continue on the conversation there. So you guys are having a great conversation in the chat. I love this. Hey, look at Dealer right there. Dealer with the mustache. He's the 1 month YouTube member right there. And you could tell on my screen over here, it's green. I think it's green for you guys also. But that's what it looks like to be a YouTube member, so you can swing by and do that. But Discords are absolutely free. The Discord is absolutely free. That's the link right there. Continue on the chat. Talk with other people. Follow the rules, though. Just make sure you follow the rules. Let's watch the dirt bikers. Go a little crazy. Dual sport dirt bikers, whatevers. Oh. See how you're laughing? See how you're laughing? It's you guys... It's anticipated to do this on the... Just make sure it's safe. It happens. Having fun. I'm glad this is a little lighthearted. Oh. This one will be a fun one. He's laughing about it. Good for him. His handlebar hit the tree, which caused the front wheel to move. See, they're laughing. Let's watch this one. This is funny. They're all laughing about it. These are just bros having a good time. I would love to do this with some of you guys. That'd be a lot of fun. Oh, come on. Oh, don't do that. You're passing up somebody. I don't know what the etiquette is on that one. They're not laughing. That's why I wear gear. See that rock right there? You see that rock right there, though, guys? You definitely want to have a helmet. Even if you're going to go off-road and there's grass and stuff, definitely have a helmet. Still be safe and have fun. Now it's ready to get its tire changed. Okay, how much more of... Oh, that was another view. That would have hurt. Alright, so let's get to this one. Are there any in the range of 5,500? Yeah, there's a ton in that range, Corey. There's a ton. You don't need to get a massive big one. You don't have to. That's what she said. You don't have to get a massive big dual sport. You can get like a CRF 250L. There's a few out there. Yeah, there's definitely a few out there. I want one. I want one. All right, let's watch this one. Car changing lanes. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down.
Oye, usa tus espejos, casi me pegas ahorita, yo estaba en este carril.
Ah, no te vi, discúlpame.
I didn't see you, forgive me.
Entonces, usa espejos.
Forgive me. It was surely it was my error.
Sí, está bien.
Ahorita
No,
pensé que ibas a decirte una llanta o de algo
no,
así.
no.
Te agradezco, ¿eh?
Okay. That's how you can handle it. That's another way to handle it. Hey, Lil Willa Smalls. Thanks, man. Thanks for the donation. Thanks, brother. You boy. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate that a lot. Every little bit helps, guys. Every little bit helps. I appreciate that. All right. So what happened here was the car changed lanes into his lane. The motorcyclist, what the motorcyclist could have done differently. Motorcyclist could have applied the brakes and actually just let that person go instead of like figuring out what the heck is going on. No, you don't want to smash mirrors, Amberly. A dual sport is basically it's a motorcycle that is meant for on and off road. So it's got mirrors, it's got a headlight, it's got a speedometer, it's got brake lights. It has all the things that make it street legal, but it has the clearance. It's got the tires. It's got everything that's meant for a little bit of off-road. It's not a full-purpose off-road bike. It's not a full-purpose on-road bike. It's the best of both worlds. It's great. I actually talk about that in my DDFM training manual. If you guys want to swing by and check out the DDFM training manual, it's the motorcyclebeginnersguide.com. Great little thing. It talks real quick about dual sports and a bunch of other things. So start your motorcycle journey right. Motorcyclebeginnersguide.com. Yeah. So right here, I would have just let the car go. I would have applied the brakes. He doesn't apply the brakes for the longest time. So about right here, start applying the brakes. You see the tire move? So you could see the tire move before the car does. So now right here, it's like, oh, this guy's going in my lane. This guy's going in my lane. Okay, I'm applying the brakes right now. So it's a little bit blurry on my end too. It's going to be definitely blurry on yours. But he's not even applying the brakes. Right here, you're way too close. Right here, you're way too close. I would have applied the brakes and stayed behind this car. He's sharing the lane. Why? And I think a lot of it is because he wants to get this guy's attention. But right now, your first opportunity, your first job is to stay safe. So do not get into this position right here. This is an absolute danger. I'm not too sure about what he's riding. Not too sure what he's riding. So I would definitely watch out and not be in that position. But that's kind of the way to handle it. If you want to talk to somebody, talk to them respectfully. You see that? Oh, dang it. So he's looking at the light. This is another little trick that I do, is I look at the light closest to me, or I'll look at some of these lights, and it allows me to see them. Like I tried doing it in the car. It's hard to see them, but here I can really see them. So he saw the light change.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Yeah, he's really bright. I paused it at a really good spot. Here you go. No eye protection. All right, so this one's okay. This one too many edits for me to figure out what's going on that. Oh, here we go. I didn't know there was a second view. He's really bright. Well, he's got good high-vis gear. He's got good high-vis gear, so that's a good thing. Foot on the pegs, please. See his right foot? Why is his right foot never getting on the peg? Oh, that rear tire. It's hard to see. Right there. The rear tire slid. Yep, Midnight Corvo. Very good. His right tire slid right there. Lost traction on the little divot. The little pothole. That's all it takes. Boom. That's why you don't accelerate so fast sometimes. Especially if there's a wet road. Boom. And he never got control. But look how far he slid. Let's go over that. So here's the impact. So let's say it's right at the intersection, okay? Right at the other side of the intersection. This will be the last video we're going to go over, everybody, because, I mean, we're doing an hour-long stream. It's been about an hour and 6 minutes. So we're going to go over this one. But look how, I want you guys to go over this part. So dang it, wrong button. So we understand that a little bit too slick. So he falls here, but look at where his leg is. The bike is on his leg. So that's a possible injury right there. But look how far he slides. He probably went 20 miles an hour. You think he went from 0 to 20, 0 to 30? Probably about there. 0 to 30 miles an hour. So let's say just 20, 30 miles an hour. Look how far you slide just going that speed. The speed that you would normally go in a residential neighborhood. If you fall off your bike going in a residential neighborhood, let's see how far you actually go. when you slide. So he goes from this end of the intersection. Let's keep going. So he's sliding. See, he's sliding. Still sliding. He's looking down real quick. Still sliding. His hands are down on the ground, propping himself up, protecting the core. That is something that your body naturally does. So good thing he had gloves on. Still sliding. Stands up at the crosswalk. All right, let's take a look at how far that crosswalk is. From here to that crosswalk. Slide, 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 slide. Up. Let's count how many seconds that is. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. 4 seconds on the ground. 4 seconds on the ground. Now imagine not having gear. I'm assuming this is let's see. 37 kilometers an hour. How fast is that? 37. 22 miles an hour. So he's going. The person with the GoPro or the action camera right here, the pilot, is going 46. Hit 46. What's 46? 28.5 miles an hour. See how close he was? He's right next to him. Okay, so he's right next to him. They both accelerate at the same time. The guy in the yellow obviously pulls ahead, so the guy in yellow is going over 28.5 miles per hour. See how much farther he passed? He's going 44 kilometers an hour right now. Yeah. So 0 to 44, launched himself, and he slid for 4 seconds. Hey, Jordan, how you doing, boy? Good to have you here. We're actually about to end it. Look how far he slid. That is like the worst quality ever. So guys, that was the motorcycle accident after action review number 4. The main thing that we're going to take from all this stuff is the fact that we need to be aware. So the total stopping distance, applying the brakes, swerving, all these different things, they don't mean anything if you don't give yourself time to do them. The only way you're going to give yourself time to do them is if you're looking for incidents that are about to happen. Well, how do you know what's about to happen? Well, you can keep watching my videos or take an MSF course. Go take an MSF course. Get yourself trained. If you're out in the outside of, what his bike made, that was his rev limiter getting pinged. You definitely want to take a course. So MSF-USA.org here in the United States. If you're out in Europe, there's a bunch of other obviously places to go. Definitely take a course. They're going to teach you all these things. How do you think I know all this? I'm doing my research. I do my research. I was trained as a firefighter to see these hazards while driving an ambulance, while driving a fire truck. I applied that knowledge to riding a motorcycle, and I got even more knowledge taking MSF courses. I took the BRC1, BRC2 multiple times. I took the advanced course multiple times. Total Control 1. I got Total Control coming up in November. I'm an MSF rider coach, so I'm out there trying to get as much as I possibly can, okay? So if you'd like to support the channel, please swing on by patreon.com/DanDanTheFireman. That is the absolute best way to support the channel and what we do here. And I would definitely love to see you guys around. We have a bunch of stuff on that channel or on the Patreon. We got a lot of cool things coming. We just had a meeting. I'm going to be making a few changes here to give you guys even more perks. But if you would like to, you like my beard? Look at that beard. We got Yeah Boy t-shirts. We got a bunch of stuff out there. The best way to find all this information is by going to the Discord and the Patreon. The Discord is the absolute best place to go. It is absolutely free. Discord is absolutely free. Swing on by the Discord. So, see, like I was all doing the kilometers per hour and all that stuff. So we have the Discord right here. So it even shows the new YouTube Super Chat, April 30th, 8:03 p.m. Lil Will Smalls, $2.99. Thank you, brah. Everyone else join the live stream. So if you guys are a part of the Discord, Here it is. This is what the Discord is. Swing on by the Discord. All right, we got a bunch of people. You get the senior crews get different colors. The DDFM crew, which is $5 more, get different colors. Patrons get different colors. We have a bunch of people. You can ask your new rider questions here. A bunch of questions. Maintenance and gear, mental health section, motorcycle media. Everybody's sharing their pictures. This is a great place to go, guys. We have 1,000 members. I think we have 1,000 members. Let's take a look. Members. 1,019. 1,019 members. Swing on by, guys. Discord's absolutely free. I'd love to see you guys in here. Hang out in the lounge. Have some fun. The crew members get access to a bunch of other stuff. The Patreon meeting. Suggestions and feedback. All these things. Okay, guys? Alright, thank you so much for being part of the Motorcycle Accident Action Review. Number 4, it's going to get demonetized, so thank you to all my super chatters. Thank you to all my patrons that joined during this. And thank you to my patrons overall. Everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Do it, Dynamic. Do it. It's a great movie, man.